I've said it once, I'll say it 1,000 times. Great shirts.
Okay.
He has an amazing shirt collection. He really does. Your reaction?
So there's a lot there. It started with Dave McMenamin saying that a teammate of LeBron's told him that LeBron said he was going to play till he was 45, and that would be another 7 years. And while I don't think that's realistic, I also think that we should take a moment and realize what LeBron's doing right now is not realistic either, but we're seeing it every night. That only 10 guys have ever made it to year 20. Only 4 of them in year 20 averaged 10 points a game. Kareem averaged 10. Dirk averaged 12. Kobe was the high water mark. He averaged 17. He also shot 35% while averaging that 17. LeBron, meanwhile, is right now one of 9 guys in the league, giving you 25, 5, and 5. You want to make it 26, 6, and 6? It's LeBron, Steph Curry, Luka, Ja, and Pascal Siakam. Shout out to Pascal Siakam for being on that list. But it's the best players in the league, and Pascal Siakam, who's a nice player, and year 20 LeBron James. And yet, once again, LeBron finds himself in a position, as he has found himself more than any other all-time great player ever, that somehow his team cannot even hold on for dear life when he goes and gets his little bit of rest each night. These last 9 games, can we show you with the Lakers? They're 3-6 in the last 9. But what? So LeBron's giving you 32, 7, and 7 on 57%.
Pretty good.
The most notable is, though, those bottom 2 numbers. When he's on the court, they win. When he's off the court, in a third of the minutes that he's on the court, they waste all of the good work that he did. We saw this in Cleveland his first time around.
Yep.
We saw it in Cleveland his first year back and his last year there. The first year when he did have Kyrie, they couldn't survive without him. And his last year when Kyrie was gone, they couldn't survive without him. We saw it his first year with the Lakers. And now we're seeing it again. And I think, Greg, the only reason LeBron is not as frustrated as some of people that enjoy watching him play are, myself and others, is because LeBron does believe, yeah, okay, they've wasted this year of mine. Luckily, I've got 5 left. I think, but just real quick, I think LeBron truly believes he can stay at this level for another 3 or 4 years, which is impossible to imagine considering he turns 38 tomorrow, and this is year 20. But it was impossible for him to be this good in year 20, and yet he is.
Well, LeBron has a tremendous amount of self-awareness. And one of the things that he mentioned is if my mind is in it, then I can keep my body prepared. Why that is so important is because the first thing to start to go outside of injury, what would make a player think about shutting it down is losing consistently.
You think?
Constantly. Not being in an environment where they have an opportunity to win. Think about Tom Brady. Like, he retired. The Bucks, he knew that the Bucks weren't going to be able to win. He wanted out, trying to get to Miami, doing whatever.
Yep.
Like LeBron James, right? He did not believe that this team was going to be this bad with acquiring Anthony Davis, and it turns out this way. When I was in Miami, and I don't talk about these years.
No. Rarely.
Physically, I could still play. Mentally, I was done because we lost. Out of anything, the fastest thing to get you to retirement outside of an injury is your lack of desire to want to keep playing.
Because of
mentally.
Because you don't want to go the extra mile in training. Like, I remember when we talked to when Brandon
It's
was
all
on
for
the show.
naught.
He was like, you know what gets you out of the league, too? It's like eating broccoli all the time. It's like if you're winning, sure. But if you're losing, it starts to drain your motivation, I guess, to do a little bit extra.
Mentally, you start to check out or find reasons or lean into reasons why, you know what, I'm not doing it. It's not worth it. We're not going to win anyway. Like, if LeBron took that approach, we already criticize him. We would completely obliterate him. Yep. But he's never taken that approach. He tries to play every single night. He takes more time off. He's about to be 38.
Well, he doesn't play every single night.
He's about to be 38 years old on Friday. Like, give him a break there.
But he's just not playing every single night.
Well, let me ask, who are the best old guys in the league?
He's
LeBron.
a good old guy.
No. That's not my question. That's not my point. But LeBron's going to be 38 tomorrow. The next best old guys are both 34, KD and Steph.
I don't even consider them that old.
Okay, but they are the next oldest guys in the league. As far as good,
Kevin Willis still in the league?
No, Kevin Willis not still in the league. He is one of the guys that made it to year 20, though. Good pull by you. So here's the thing. As far as impact excellent players that are older than 33, it's KD, Steph, and Bron. That's your list. LeBron plays more than those guys. We don't think about it that way. Since he's been a Laker, LeBron has played more games than Steph or KD. Now, I know what you're saying. Unfair. KD missed a year due to injury, and Steph missed a year due to injury. Okay. Over the last 3 years, when none of those guys have missed a full year due to injury, here's the numbers. LeBron plays more than Durant. He's behind Steph, but where's Steph right now?
Hurt again.
Out with injury.
Yeah.
And so this is another one of the things we do with LeBron that I find to be incredibly unfair. Because for 15 years, he was never injured.
Yep.
Now that he is injured about as often as Kevin Durant and about as often as Steph Curry, by the way, has not missed a full season the way both of those guys have in the last few years, we act like he is the most injury-prone guy. Is that age is, clearly Father Time is lapping him now. When we look at the Jokic, Giannis, Luka, deserve a ton of credit because they're always out there. Mm-hmm. They're also in their mid-20s, and they're supposed to be, right? The older guys, Kawhi, we never know when he's going to play. Yeah. Anthony Davis, who's kind of middle-aged basketball-wise, obviously a huge injury question. Paul George, middle-aged basketball-wise, injury questions. James Harden, all of a sudden, last year we saw it for the first time, or the last couple of years, injury questions. So LeBron is an outlier in that he is still playing at this level. He's not an outlier that he's in his 30s and he doesn't play every night.
All right, so let me show you the worst records this season because LeBron.
This was a good tweet by you.
Which one was it?
About everybody worse than the Lakers is trying to tank.
Well, it's weird because LeBron wants to play for a championship, but the actual peers in the league are on Wembanyama watch.
Yeah.
It's like if you go to a restaurant and you're like, sorry, we don't have Pepsi. Is Castrol motor oil okay? It's like, no, I was expecting something totally different. We're trying to compete for a championship. You guys are on Wembanyama watch. So what do you want to do? I think us being like, Rob Pelinka, make the trade, is just not happening. So I think what LeBron is talking about, if he's not willing to play just for playing anymore, are you putting him leaving the Lakers on the board? We tried to do the math of when he could get out.
Okay, well, it is illegal by the CBA bylaws for him to leave before this offseason. He cannot be traded. There's not a no-trade clause to waive. He cannot be traded this year. So if he's playing basketball this year, it's for the Lakers.
Yeah, but after?
I believe that he is going to play next year for the Lakers as well.
Okay, then we can't have any more press conferences.
What do you mean?
Because the Lakers aren't doing anything.
But
the Lakers are as good as the Magic.
Hold on real quick. What did he say there that was at all controversial or negative? Do you want him to say, I'm not trying to win?
No, he is trying to win.
Okay.
But it would be like if Paulo Banchero's like, I'm trying to compete for championships. Like, whoa, we are on vastly different paths right now.
No, but it is LeBron's job to show up to work every night.
He's doing great.
And be great.
Yeah.
It is the team's job
Thank you.
to not have
but when they're
Kendrick
not doing
Nunn
it,
be your big offseason.
You've got to make a move. Rob Pelinka is not going to do it.
Okay, so maybe this offseason he will, Greg. I don't think he will. I think he's going to wait until the player option, opt out, and then try to team up with his son. That's what I think he's going to do. Maybe he'll force a trade. I think LeBron takes pride in the fact, never asked out, never been traded, fulfilled every contract. I think he likes that part of his legacy, and I think that's an important thing for him. But the idea, if people last year, Greg, wanted to put the Lakers stinking because Russ didn't fit on LeBron, I thought that was somewhat unfair, but he obviously owned part of it. Mm-hmm. But Russ still being on the team and the team still having no shooting when they've had a year to try to fix things, that's on the front office. And the front office is too busy, planning Jay Moore's wedding. I don't know what they're doing, but I do know that right now they're not a competitive team, even though they have one of the best players in the league.
14-21 this year, 17-18 over 35 games last year. So worse this year.
Worse this year.
Not great. The team that has the Lakers picked this year, the frisky Pelicans, got a career night from Zion, 43 points, including the last 14 to down the Wolves. D'Angelo Russell didn't like Zion running through Jaden McDaniels here. Take a listen. Greg, you live in Minnesota. You're a big Wolves fan. I'm trying to pin that on you. You're actually
Yeah,
not.
you are.
Do you have any issue with D'Angelo?
I do. Like, you sound like a kid that just can't. Oh, he's bigger than us, man. Can somebody else come and play? Like, this is who Zion is. Like, he's 6'6", 280 plus, 22 years old. Lean into who you are. He's a physical player. And when you're playing aggressive and you're going for a loose ball or playing the passing lanes, you're being aggressive. So naturally, right now, if I physically hit you and you weren't anticipating me running into you, you would move a little bit more than I would move.
I don't know.
This is Zion. This is how he plays.
Yeah, and also, you know who D'Lo, first of all, I'm not calling D'Angelo Russell a loser, but this is loser commentary. The whole, he's too big and strong. This is professional sports.
It's not good.
Give me a break. You know who you should be mad at? Can we show Zion's shot chart from last night? Because, oh man, this guy was in his bag. Hezzy Jimbos galore. No ball at the rim. You know who? You know what the Timberwolves should try to do?
You know what they should try to get like a real rim protector.
Like, think Rudy Gobert could be available? They should go after that.
Picks, maybe.
That could be the missing. That is so mortifying. Rudy Gobert is there for you had one job, Rudy, and it's not to give stupid quotes to the New York Times puff piece profile. It's to stop guys at the rim. They did a profile on Rudy Gobert. He's like, really? GMs understand my value, even if guys who play against me don't, because they're dunking on me too often. That's first of all. Second of all, I think Zion right now is wildly underrated.
Yeah.
So he's, for his career, Wildes, 26 a game on 60%. 26 a game on 60%.
Pretty good.
NBA history, guys to be 25 a game on 52%. So drop his by 8%. Zion Williamson, Wilt Chamberlain, that's your list. Wow. So if his field goal percentage drops 8 points, it's still just him and Wilt. And by the way, his field goal percentage is actually a little better than that because he takes a few threes and that hurts it. Shaq's career field goal percentage is 58. Wilt was 54. Zion's above 60. I think it is they have the number one seed in the West, and he is as far as unstoppable at getting to his spot and scoring, right now doing it as efficiently as anyone in the history of the league.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Can I show you a stat about we have to figure out if is Zion not getting enough whistles or are we getting too many whistles?
Sure.
Here's most fouls drawn. Giannis, number one. Embiid, there's Zion way down here, less than SGA. So I think the narrative is actually D'Angelo Russell has it backwards.
Yeah.
He probably doesn't
Can we
enough.
show Wildes full screen again?
Sure.
I don't know if we can.
Yeah. Another Siakam shout out?
No, there's a name missing. Seems like a guy in year 20 that lives in the rim, should maybe get some calls. I don't know.
They should
maybe LeBron should get some calls.
I
don't know. I don't know. Listen, I remember watching Michael Jordan, and if you breathed on him on his little pull-up jump shot, he went to the line. LeBron hasn't been able to get to the line in 3 years.
Okay.
Maybe
is he settling for jumpers, or is he attacking the rim?
Oh, he's attacking the rim, buddy. Check paint points per game the last 2 years, buddy. He's top 5.
I'm not going to. Okay. There's a chance the Cowboys get upset. Little trap game next. First things first.
26th in the league in fouls drawn.
I'm not going to do that. I'm just not going to go home and start researching that.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.